So as I've said multiple times before, I always try to do an after training video or an after row video where I do a video almost immediately after I get out of row. So clearly I overreacted in my last video because I misunderstood what the head trainer said at the last one where he said get out. Uh, I feel like I should now, you know, he clearly meant get out of that class for that day. That's what he meant. He didn't meant get out forever. So because I misunderstood it, I assumed that he meant get out forever, and I got really sad about it. Obviously, we all saw the little meltdown that I had, but no, that is about like almost I want to say if not like later after that video, if not like maybe the day after, I sent him a message letting him know I was not trying to like undermine him or do anything. I thought I was being helpful, and it turned out that I wasn't being helpful. So I apologize profusely, I might add. And he basically told me I wasn't telling you to leave forever. I was just telling you to leave that day because, like, like you're still a trainee yourself. You know what I'm saying? You still, you still got things that you have to deal with, because if he would have gotten hurt, it would have been, if he would have gotten hurt, you know what I'm saying? It would have fell on the company and it would have been your fault. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. It was just like, what I did was a liability. You know what I'm saying? And it was he made the right call. I'm not gonna ever be upset. Like a lot of people, when they get called out like that, the first thing they do is get humiliated. Say, man, he's a punk. Man, he didn't even do. That's not me. I'm willing to admit that I messed up. I'm willing to admit that I made a mistake. Because I make a lot of mistakes. I'm pretty sure I make more mistakes than I'm pretty sure I've made more mistakes in my life than the opposite of mistakes. I made so many mistakes that I don't even know what you call an opposite of a mistake. In any case, though, that was last week. This is this week. I got a chance to come back to training. Did a little bit of rolling around. I realized now that I could actually stand on my head for at least a good 20 seconds. You know what I'm saying? I mean, upper body strength, right? And I also realized that I've gotten much pudgier. You know, I mean, I can still I can still move. I'm getting older, so I'm getting fatter. So at this point, and also, I mean, I haven't really been working out as much as I'd like to, so that has something to do with it. I do need to. I actually do have a set of. I actually do have a jump rope here, and a set of dumbbells that's just been collecting dust. So I've got to get back into that. But the goal now is that I feel like things are actually going the way that I feel like they need to go, and I like to think that I'm moving forward a little bit. Just I feel like things are moving a little bit more smoothly, and I want to be optimistic, but the future is looking pretty bleak. But I like to think that at least before I go to the bleaker aspects of my future, I can at least say I got a little something out of it. I always did ask, can I get a little something out of it? And now I finally got my little something. This is my little something. Um, uh, yeah, I went to, but like we mostly went to class. It was mostly just like a lecture for the most part. It was a lecture, a tape lesson, and we got a chance to like do some exercises, and I felt good about that because it just felt good to go back into doing training. It just felt good to go back and train again. You know what I'm saying? Just to be able to actually get in a ring, as y'all obviously saw from my short earlier, and it just I won't lie to y'all. That's where I feel the most free at. So there's that. With that being said, though, like I said, obviously I overreacted. I freaked out. I'm back in the game. I'm back in the game. I paid my money. They can't really kick me out because I did pay my money, but they don't. They're not gonna refund, and they're not gonna refund that. So I'm gonna stick around. But also outside of that, this is one of the few things that I feel like I can actually do at least moderately correctly enough. That I feel like I'm not gonna turn heads because I gotta lose this first. But I do know that I can do this stuff. These are some of these things I know for a fact I can do, And I feel like that is I also feel like that is definitely like I kind of have an idea, you know, not necessarily what kind of wrestler I want to be, but what kind of trainer I want to be too. The more I learn, the more I come from these training sessions, the more I realize like what kind of training methods I know that I could pull off and what I know I could do. And you know, because I'm not just learning about how to wrestle from the trainers. I'm learning how to train by the trainers and how to instruct by the trainers, and you know what to do and stuff like that. I know, you know, I have an idea what I would like to do and what I would not like to do, and so on and so forth. So you know, there's that. Oh my goodness, but yeah, I'm still in I'm still in the game, baby. And it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. Alrighty, this is a short one because I gotta go take a nap. Love and peace, y'all.